Welcome to USA Update, your fastest and most trusted source for breaking news from across the United States, from politics to the economy, weather alerts to viral trending stories. Former President Donald Trump has publicly expressed his anger over Representative Henry Cuellar's decision to run again as a Democrat, despite receiving a pardon from Trump himself in a federal bribery and conspiracy case. On social media, Trump accused Cuellar of showing, quote, "Yachta Saltampaw," such a lack of loyalty, suggesting that he had expected the Texas congressman to switch parties in exchange for the clemency. The former president likely hoped this move would strengthen the Republican Party's narrow House majority ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. By not changing parties, Cuellar appears to challenge Trump's expectations and assert his independence, sparking a political clash that has captured national attention. Cuellar, however, has made it clear that he will remain a Democrat while still seeking bipartisan cooperation. In an interview following Trump's social media post, the congressman described himself as a conservative Democrat committed to working with the administration to see where we can find common ground. He emphasized that the country must come before party politics, noting that he had prayed for the president and the presidency during a church service that morning, saying, "If the president succeeds, the country succeeds." Citing the late President Lyndon Johnson, Cuellar stated, "I am an American, a Texan, and a Democrat in that order," underscoring his belief that national interests outweigh partisan loyalty. He added, "I think anybody that puts party before their country is doing a disservice to their country." So, Trump, in response, reminded the public on his Truth Social platform that the charges against Cuellar were brought by the Democratic President Joe Biden's administration. According to Trump, by running again as a Democrat, Cuellar continues to work with, quote, "the same radical left that initially sought to imprison him and his wife," and, Trump warned, likely still does. This tension, really highlights the complex interplay between legal action, political allegiance, and electoral strategy, showing just how pardons don't necessarily guarantee political loyalty. The charges against Cuellar and his wife stem from accusations that they accepted thousands of dollars in exchange for advancing the interests of an Azerbaijan-controlled energy company and a bank in Mexico. Federal authorities alleged that Cuellar had agreed to influence legislation favorable to Azerbaijan and deliver a pro-Azerbaijan speech on the floor of the United States House of Representatives. Cuellar and his wife have consistently denied any wrongdoing, with the congressman insisting in a Fox News interview that federal authorities attempted to entrap him through, quote, "a sting operation to try to bribe me, and that failed." Their trial had been scheduled to begin in April before Trump issued the pardon. Cuellar's political positioning is also shaped by the demographics and boundaries of his South Texas district, which includes parts of Metro San Antonio. Unlike other Democratic districts that were heavily altered by Republicans during redistricting, Cuellar's district remained relatively stable. He believes this provides him with a strong foundation for re-election, despite the ongoing scrutiny and political pressure from Trump. His local support, combined with his record of service, positions him uniquely in a district that values both representation and independent judgment. Looking back, Trump's first term in office saw Democrats dominating the House midterms, using their majority to challenge his administration. They launched multiple investigations and impeached him twice. Trump appears intent on preventing a similar scenario in the upcoming midterms, viewing loyal allies in Congress as essential to maintaining Republican influence over legislation and political initiatives. Cuellar's steadfast commitment to the Democratic Party, despite the pardon and political pressure, nerder, ibadin fan, ibadibadin der lastin, ibadibadid bodandad and dine, fundamentalist tension between personal conviction and political expectation. Cuellar has repeatedly emphasized his willingness to collaborate across party lines while maintaining his principles. He projects an image of independence and resilience, appealing to voters who value accountability and pragmatic governance. By defending his Democratic affiliation and publicly affirming his innocence in the federal case, Cuellar sends a message that loyalty to constituents and personal integrity outweighs party pressure or partisan incentives. This ongoing feud also underscores the broader national political climate, where legal controversies, party loyalty, and personal allegiances intersect. The spotlight on Cuellar illustrates how former presidents continue to influence electoral dynamics long after leaving office. It also highlights the growing tension between national political expectations and local district realities. As the 2026 midterms approach, Cuellar's campaign is likely to attract significant attention from both supporters and critics, with his decisions potentially setting precedents for how politicians balance legal exoneration, party affiliation, and electoral strategy. Cuellar's approach seems to focus on pragmatic governance and constituent service. While navigating political pressure from Trump in the national spotlight, he emphasizes that the interests of South Texas voters remain his top priority. His platform reflects conservative democratic values, advocating for policies that resonate locally while also fostering cooperative engagement with federal authorities. This strategy positions him as a politician committed to results and integrity, rather than purely partisan considerations. The Trump-Cuellar standoff also offers insight into how political pardons interact with electoral behavior. While the pardon provided legal relief for Cuellar and his wife, it did not compel him to adopt a particular political alignment. By choosing to remain a Democrat, Cuellar signals his independence and demonstrates that legal pardons do not automatically translate into political loyalty or strategic compliance. This distinction is critical in understanding the complex dynamics at play in high-profile political conflicts, particularly those involving former presidents and national elections. In conclusion, the dispute between Trump and Cuellar is more than a personal disagreement. It represents the intricate dynamics of American politics where law, party loyalty, local interests, and national ambition intersect. Cuellar's decision to maintain his Democratic affiliation, despite pressure from Trump, reflects a commitment to principle and local representation. The outcome of his re-election campaign may influence broader perceptions of party loyalty, presidential influence, and the role of legal pardons in shaping political behavior. As the 2026 midterms draw closer, this saga remains a compelling case study in the challenges of balancing personal conviction, constituent service, and the expectations of powerful political figures.